Hello my fellow book addicts, Megan here, and time for another video. So today I'm going to be doing something a little different. A few days ago, or probably like a week by the time this video gets up, the second book in the Talon series came out, and it is called Rogue, and is by Julie Kagawa. And first up, I was really excited for that book, because basically I love anything Julie Kagawa writes. She's like one of my favorite authors of all time, especially the Iron Fae series. Was the first series by Julie that I have ever read, and it still has a special place in my heart. Like, seriously, this series is up there with Harry Potter for me. And so, in Rogue, there was an excerpt from the final Iron Fae book, which is called The Iron Warrior, and it's supposed to be coming out later this year, which I'm very excited for, because the cliffhanger in The Iron Trader was horrible, and it makes me want to cry every time I think of it. Especially since I read that book, like maybe a month after it was released, and that was, God, I can't remember how long ago that was. I think maybe late 2013 or 2012, I think, maybe. Anyway, when I found out that there was going to be an excerpt of the next Iron Fae book in Rogue, that just kind of solidified my need to buy it. So, yeah, this video is mostly going to be me just kind of rambling and throwing out my ideas or thoughts on what might possibly happen in the next, or I guess I should say final book. But let's be honest, this will probably be a lot of gushing and fangirling and spazzing out. There will probably be also a lot of talk about character deaths, because recently Julie had tweeted and posted on Facebook saying something about writing 3 character deaths in one day, and I was half asleep when I read this on Twitter because I was napping because I had an overnight shift that night, and that woke me up like that, and I was just like, what? I was freaking out because I'm like, who's gonna die? Who is gonna die? I always figured there was gonna be quite a bit of death in the final book because, come on, there's gonna be a big battle. Can't really get around it with how the last book ended. Well, you probably could get around it, but it wouldn't be as good, I guess, in my opinion. Personally, I hate when series build up like this huge, like, epic, like, showdown that's supposed to happen. It's been built up for at least a book, maybe more, and then nothing happens. So I don't want to see characters I like die. I know it has to happen, or else it's just, like, kind of a letdown, because it's like, all that build up and no death. Anyway, I'm not going to go into huge detail about what happens in the excerpt. It's only a few pages, and if people haven't read it yet, I don't want to risk spoiling them or have them being like trying to wade through this video trying to figure out where the potential spoilers are. But from what I can tell with the excerpt, it's not the first chapter of the book. At least I'm assuming it's not, based on how the last book ends with Ethan. Yeah. Basically, the excerpt picks up with this huge conference between the 3 courts discussing what to really do with Kieran and the Forgotten Queen. Yeah, I have a feeling that's kind of more a little ways into the book instead of the first chapter. So first off, I just want to say my predictions for character deaths. It was not specified if the deaths were main characters or not. For all we know, they could be someone minor or someone we aren't even thinking of remembering. So frankly, I remember a few instances where authors like, oh yeah, this many characters are gonna die in this book, and, you know, fans get all anxious being like, oh my god, our main character's gonna die, and it turns out to be mostly like semi-side characters and whatnot. So I'm trying not to work myself up too much over who might die, because chances are good they might be kind of side-ish characters or not who I am dreading. Personally, I would bawl my eyes out if Puck or Ash were killed, or Megan, because, you know, I don't want them to die. I want them to live. Those are the ones I would totally freak out over if they were killed in this final book. But I have a few theories of who might die. I have a feeling that Kenzie I'm kind of iffy about with how we left her in the Iron Trader. I am not feeling too optimistic for her. Like, after all, she is really sick. She has cancer, and not the easily curable kind. And she had given up some of her life to Lita Sith. I'm still not sure if I'm saying that name right, but whatever. So her time could be very near. So I would hate to see her die because I've grown really fond of Kenzie. But I'm keeping her in my possibilities because things aren't looking in her favor. One character I kind of don't want to see die, but he might. Kieran. Like, he has quite a few people set against him right now. And quite a few people are going to be gunning for him if he doesn't turn his act around soon. Though I don't think he should die. I kind of understand the motive for his actions. He feels bad for the Forgotten. He doesn't think they should fade away. He wants to help them. And he did what he did to Ethan because he wanted to save Enwell. So I get his motivations. His heart was kinda in the right place, but his actions were still wrong, and I'm still pissed at him, and I still want to strangle him for what he has done. But I don't necessarily think he should die. And frankly, I think it would be really interesting if he died killing the Forgotten Queen. Because frankly, she trusts him right now, or at least I am assuming, just based on what I've read for the last 2 books of the Call of the Forgotten series. She seems to kind of trust him, and frankly, he would be the best bet of killing her if, he turned his act around. Like, he could potentially get close enough to her to offer. I have a feeling if he did that, he would probably die or get seriously hurt in the process. Because I have a feeling a whole slew of Forgotten Fae aren't going to take the fact that their queen was killed too kindly. So I think that would be kind of interesting if maybe he kills the Forgotten Queen but gets slain in the process. I hope the Thin Man dies. Yeah, he's still out there. So, he's still kind of minor, but he could still die. Frankly, I will not be sad to see him go if he does. And as for Ethan, part of me doesn't think he will die because he is the narrator, but I have been proven wrong in the past. Just because you're a main character and a narrator doesn't mean that you are immune to being killed off. So I don't think he'll be killed off, but it is a possibility. Can't believe I almost forgot Enwell. She is, spoiler alert, very close to fading. So she could very likely die. The only thing that's keeping her from poofing right now is the amulet that kind of ties her and Kieran together. Actually, think about it right now. What would happen if that amulet was destroyed? Like, I believe at the end of the Iron Trader, it's kind of revealed that Kieran does have a soul because he is part mortal, part human, and because of that he has a soul. And this amulet that is basically keeping Enwell alive is draining his soul. So what happens if that's destroyed? Would he maybe come back to his senses and, try and stop what he's doing? What if Enwell removes her part of the pendant? Will it stop, Kieran's soul from being, siphoning into her? Or would it still, be slowly taken away but go nowhere because she doesn't have the amulet on? So I'm very interested to see, what kind of role that plays. Those are my theories so far. If any new little tidbits or excerpts are released via Twitter or whatever, I will definitely be maybe expanding on my theories, but that's all I have so far. Just, oh my god, the wait until October is gonna probably kill me at this rate. Alright, sorry for the quick little change in angle. The lighting in the area I was using just got really bad. But I didn't want to end the video there because it seemed kind of an awkward place to leave. So yeah, I am very excited for the next book, and the wait is gonna kill me, like I said. And I'm just really, really, really excited. And I'm just extremely excited for this. Though I'm gonna be really sad to see that the series is gonna be coming to a close. Because, like I said, the Iron Fae is one of my favorite series of all time. And to finally see it kind of wrap up is just, it's kind of bittersweet. Everything has come to an end, but I love it so much I don't want it to end. But I don't want to be dragged on hopelessly and just, ugh. I don't want it to become like another Maximum Ride, basically. So yeah, it's kind of a good thing that it's ending, but at the same time, it's really sad. So, what are everyone else's thoughts? Do you agree with my possible character death theories? Do you have someone totally different in mind? Is there someone you really want to see dead? So yeah, that's really it for this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Keep on reading, my fellow book addicts. Keep on reading.